We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I drink? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent. And remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
The first verse of the national anthem, it goes like this. Sing with me. Yeah man, stand up. Anywhere you are right now, get up and stand up. Stand at attention. You can stand at ease. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guard us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. So, here's some more, you know, when I was singing the chorus. Boom.
Mr. Genius, without a purpose, it will slip from mercy. My soul shall fear no pain. My Lord to me.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How no do? How no do? Morning, 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 morning. Hey, Echo Agwan, Diane Moore, Margie, Chinese, Dwayne, Barbara, Elma, KK, Livette, Karen, Janice. What's that? Las and Tomlinson? Is it Last Gain? Millicent, Annette, Andrel, Lola, Ellery. Okay. Yeah, well, right. Let me put the comments on this on the screen. Let me do something to the comments on the screen. Let me make the fonts them bigger so everybody can see who are comment. All right. Let me see if I should make it taller. No. Wider. All right. Let me put it out to regular. Okay. So we can see the comments on the screen. Hey, morning. Janet. Is it Janita? Okay, Janita. Janita. Okay. And Patrice, Wagwan, Doris, Anthony, Selvin, morning. Maureen, Sonia, Tracy, Opal, Daniel, Wagwan, sir. Big up yourself. All right, so we're gonna kick off this morning's news, but we're going to start with a we're going to start with a story that affects the Haitians, because let's start with a story that affects the Haitians. I want you to listen to this Local 10 news. Listen to this.
Thousands of Haitians living in South Florida continue to wonder what's next, because in just days, the Trump administration is ending temporary protected status for Haitians living in the United States.
And many are now preparing for possible deportation. Local 10's Leanne Morhone, is live. She's in Little Haiti. She spoke to one woman on TPS and her attorney as well. Leanne, what did they have to say?
I spoke to an immigration attorney who tells me that he has anywhere between 300 and 400 clients who will be stripped of TPS once that February 3rd deadline comes over. We can tell you as well that the Department of Homeland Security announced the end of TPS for Haitians back in November. We spoke to a 30-year-old woman who said she's been here since age 4. She graduated at the top of her class from a local high school. She works. She has a master's in civil engineering. She says South Florida is home. Her attorney describes what Haitians with TPS can do next.
My parents, they're both residents, and my sister, she's a citizen. And so all of my family is here. I don't remember anything from Haiti or what life is like over there.
Someone who's been in the United States for 10 years, at least, if they have a qualifying relative, a parent, a spouse, or a child who's a U.S. citizen or a resident, once TPS ends, they are referred to the court system, they'll be able to avail themselves of cancellation of removal, which is a path to a green card. We have people, unfortunately, a lot of people who already have a removal order, and the only way they've been able to remain in the United States is through TPS. For those, we have limited relief.
On Friday, this letter was sent by members of Congress to President Trump and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, citing remaining instability in Haiti and the economic harm that losing so many Haitians will have on the country. It was signed by Frederica Wilson and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, among a few other Congress people. Coming back out live again, that deadline is February 3rd. That woman you just heard from says that she has had very difficult conversations with family members, with co-workers, trying to prepare them for the possibility of her deportation. But she says that she has faith in God that things will work out. For now, reporting live for you, I'm Leanne Morhone, Local 10 News.
So you would have seen the letter on the screen. Here's the letter that was sent. It was sent on Friday, the 23rd. Yeah. It's sent to President Trump and the Homeland Security Department of Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem. The letter says, we write to urge the extension and redesignation of Haiti for temporary protected status. The decision to end TPS for Haitian nationals on February 3 immediately threatens hundreds of lives, hundreds of thousands of lives. This is despite the continued existence of extraordinary and dangerous conditions in Haiti. The situation, well, the letter is that, but the TPS will be ending on February 3. That is next week, what? Tuesday? Yeah, next Tuesday. So a lot of Haitians, especially in Florida, a lot of Haitians will be sent back to Haiti. And they are saying, based on what is happening, the lady who was interviewed a while ago, she's saying that she left Haiti when she was 3 years old. She's now 30. So can you imagine? So let's go to some Jamaica news. 1 second. Okay. Let's go into the Jamaica Gleaner. Here we go. Latest news in the Gleaner. The ex-FIFA president, Sepp Blatter, joins calls for boycott of World Cup in the United States. Nah, touch for them politics, you know. Let me skip over that. Next one, Higler charged with murder after Senton vehicle dispute left taxi driver dead. And I would have carried that in the news last night. In the video I dropped last night, I carried that one. Taxi driver, a guy named Mari, he was charged, Demario Ferguson, he was charged for killing Paul Miller, otherwise known as Doggy, on the early morning of January 14 at the truck stop in Senton. U.S. brace for more freezing cold as winter storm leaves at least 29 people dead across the United States. The opposition and the government, they are paying tribute to Sly Dunbar. You remember Sly Dunbar, he died, was it when? Yesterday? Robbie, that duo, you know, man, Sly and Robbie, you know, they created the rhythm name Taxi, and they went on to create, they had their company was Taxi Productions, and they would have created a lot of rhythms that even went on to the Grammy. So Sly, Robbie passed some years ago. Sly passed yesterday. May his soul find rest. So let me move on. Adam Stewart of Sandals. He was named CNW Businessman / Philanthropist of the Year for 2025. Congrats, Mr. Stewart. So the lead story in the Jamaica Gleaner. Let me just check on the comments and see. Let me just check on 1 second. Watching from Memphis, Tennessee. All right, Faye, big up yourself. I sorry God wasn't like man. 18 a morning. I hate listening to this American news. They are so heartless. All right. Tasha, great move. Love this segment. Thanks a lot, Tasha. We keep kicking down doors. The topic may not be on today's agenda. Mary Mills said this topic may not be on today's agenda, but would you have any credible updates on the missing child, Jada Smith? The answer is no, Mary. I have no information as to Jaden Smith. None at all. Kirk, big up yourself. Big up yourself. So let's go into the Gleaner. Let's read this article because there's a trial that is ongoing in the courts where 6 police officers charged for murder, for triple murder, and the Minister of Agriculture, Floyd Green, he is the prosecution's main witness. He gave his evidence in chief last week, and he's now being cross-examined by the lawyers representing maybe 1 or 2 of the police officers. You wild man. So let's read about what going on in the court yesterday. Defense attorney, you wild man, yesterday branded Minister of Agriculture, Floyd Green, a stranger to the truth and a consummate liar during a heated cross-examination in the Home Circuit Court trial of 6 policemen charged in connection with a fatal 2013 shooting of 3 men along Arcadia Drive in St. Andrew. You wild man, he launched repeated attacks on Floyd Green's credibility as he challenged the minister's account of what he claimed witnessed from the 3rd floor of his then apartment, which overlooked the scene across the road. Floyd Green testified that he observed 5 police officers at the scene initially, with 2 more later arriving in a Kingfish police vehicle. During cross-examination, Wildman pressed him on the identity of those officers, suggesting that Inspector Vernal Thompson was the only officer who arrived in a Kingfish vehicle after the incident had already ended. Floyd Green rejected that assertion, maintaining that the 2 men arrived in the Kingfish vehicle before the incident concluded, and that one of them fired at one of the now deceased men, who appeared to have already been dead. He told the court that he saw one man exit the vehicle wearing a beige shirt and police vest, and later observed another man dressed in a blue shirt and vest, though he admitted he did not actually see the second man exit the vehicle. Floyd Green said he could not identify either officer, explaining that his observations were limited to clothing and complexion. I could not speak with specificity as to how they looked, Floyd Green told the court, noting that his observations were mainly limited to clothing and complexion. Wildman, who had Thompson, that's the inspector, present in court, asked Floyd Green whether he saw Thompson exiting the vehicle. Floyd Green said he could not say, reiterating that he was unable to identify the men. I am suggesting to you that when you say 2 persons were in that vehicle, that is nothing near the truth, and that you are a stranger to the truth, Wildman put to Floyd Green. Floyd Green, he stood by his account and denied knowing Thompson, adding that he could not say whether they had attended university at the same time. The defense attorney also focused heavily on the distances involved, questioning Floyd Green about the distance between his apartment window and a nearby wall, as well as the distance from his window to the location of the shooting. Floyd Green estimated the distance to the wall as about 2 cars' length. Later conceding, after being shown a photograph, that it could have been close to 2.5 car lengths. He rejected suggestions that the distance was approximately 70 feet. I can only speak to my estimation, Floyd Green said, noting that he had not measured the distance. Earlier in the trial, Wildman told Floyd Green that he was an embarrassment as a minister and accused him of lying about the distance. Floyd Green, he calmly denied the allegation. I am not a liar. I am not lying, he told the court. When Wildman suggested the distance across the road was about 79 meters, Floyd Green responded sharply, "You are the embarrassment. You are barking up the wrong tree, and no amount of personal attack will get me to change my estimate." Prosecutor Kathy Ann Pike objected several times to Wildman's characterization of the witness, arguing that the descriptions were exaggerated and disrespectful. Justice Sonia Bertram Linton warned the attorney to tread lightly and focused on the issues. Wildman also disputed Floyd Green's description of the scene, suggesting that his apartment window was not directly opposite the yard where the shooting took place. Floyd Green insisted that it was directly opposite, though he admitted he was not familiar with Evans Avenue. Under further questioning, Green acknowledged that investigators from Indicom never took him back to the scene and did not ask him to measure or verify distances. Floyd Green testified that he heard a barrage of gunshots from multiple directions and observed police officers firing over a wall and inside the yard. He said he saw a member of the Kingfish unit exit a vehicle and fire, and heard officers shouting, "Drop the gun, boy." He maintained that the only people he saw with guns were police officers. Wildman suggested that a fourth man escaped along Evans Avenue during the incident. Floyd Green flatly denied this. "I never saw a shootout, never saw a fourth man, never saw a man run onto Evans Avenue." When challenged on how he could identify one of the deceased as being of Indian descent from his vantage point, Floyd Green said he was able to make the observation. So here's what the lawyer said. So if you can't tell who the persons were from the height you were, how could you see that one of the men had a bald head and was of Indian descent? Floyd Green responded that he was able to make that observation while reiterating that two men arrived in the Kingfish vehicle. At one point, Wildman bluntly told Floyd Green, "I suggest that you saw nothing." Floyd Green rejected the accusation. "I would not put myself through the time, the stress, and the pain if I did not see anything." Floyd Green also confirmed that he was never asked to attend an identification parade, explaining that, based on his statement, he would not be able to identify any specific police officer. The Sergeant Simroy Mott, Corporal Donovan Fullerton, and Constables Andrew Smith, Sheldon Richards, Orandi Rose, and Richard Lynch are on trial for murder. The trial will be continuing tomorrow. So that is from the Gleaner. Morning again. Morning, Ems. You just come, big up yourself. And there's a question here. What is this Annette asking? Do you have any details about the young lady who was killed and her mom visiting from the USA? Is in the hospital? No, Annette. I'm going to have to research that one there. No details at all. All right, Joanne, big up yourself. Thanks for this segment. You're rushing to work. Big up yourself. Adam deserve it. Yeah, man. Adam Stewart, I go on good, man. They might for them like a private bangarang I go on, you know, who are challenging a court for this and who want to take over that and who Bush Stewart they do make will for. That they might angle at the bangle themselves. But Adam Stewart, he might go on good. So congrats for that. He was awarded. So big him up on that. So let's continue in the Gleaner. DPP fast track SLL case to the Home Circuit Court. So normally, these cases, before they go to the Circuit Court, if somebody is charged for like murder, the case will be placed before the Parish Court. these SSL people, they were charged, and the case that what they are charged for should be tried in the home circuit court, but it would have go through the parish court first. So the DPP have the power to send it straight, to take it from the parish court and send it to the circuit court. So that is what she has done. And I see somewhere else where the lawyer for Mr. Hugh Krasky, Mr. Peter Champagne, I might soon find that article, but he was saying something about his clients. Soon touch that. 3 months later, Darliston in Westmoreland sees light. JPS thinks outside the grid was first of its kind power mobile unit in Jamaica. I will say, so what? Nearly 3 months after Hurricane Melissa tore through Western Jamaica, the JPS, in partnership with the government, commissioned an emergency power generating unit in Darliston, Westmoreland on Sunday, marking a critical step in restoring electricity to some of the hardest hit areas. And may I tell you, say, Darliston was one of the hardest hit areas. And we say Darliston, we are talking about not only Darliston itself, areas like Lennox Big Goods, up in the Pinnock Shafton, we are talking about areas like Dillon Big Goods, Enfield, all of those areas. Most of the board houses flattened. Addressing residents gathered at the Darliston Primary School, Energy Minister Darrell Vaz recalled visiting the area just weeks after the hurricane with JPS President Hugh Grant, when traditional restoration methods were deemed unworkable due to the scale of damage. Hugh Grant told me that it would not be possible to get light from the main thoroughfare coming from White House, passing through Ferris and coming up because of the level of damage that was done, said Darrell Vaz. And that even with the line workers that are here, it would have taken months. So Darliston has seen the light. And talking about line workers, a line worker died in Trelawney yesterday while doing some work. I'm going to be carrying that report later today. I think he's from Manchester in Mandeville, but he died yesterday. He was on the job and he got entangled with one of the wires and he died subsequently. Sad indeed, but I'm going to be carrying that report later. JSF trains mobile drone pilots in Mobile to boost crime fighting. So, drones will soon be up in the sky. That should have gone a long time, That should have gone a long time. Nursing student turns heartbreak into healing. Ghana follows up with hurricane aid, seeks closer partnership. So Ghana is coming to the aid of Jamaica and Jamaicans. Young entrepreneur turns hydroponics farming into thriving business. Some articles from the Gleaner. We'll go down to the sports section. Montego Bay United cave on Celestine. Okay. 17-year-old Franco Celestine. All right. Because Mobile United and another club, they were trying to get the 17-year-old to play for them. But so Mobile United give up. So the other club will be getting him. Well, let's see. Young reggae girls go hunting for first win. Let's go down to the business. Jamaica positioned to benefit from U.S. trade realignment. All right. Leeching affiliated entity makes bondholder payment. Entertainment, resting beats, iconic drummer Sly Dunbar. So Sly, it was Catcore last week. Sly Dunbar this week. Oh boy. Let's go down. Entertainment. Let me see. The editorial is Canada CARICOM partnership. You know that Canada is, and the United States, well, some little tit for tat go on. Michael Abrams have an article, Heart Attacks, deadly but avoidable. Letter of the day, independence without illusions. So let's go back to the comment section. Marley, babe, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Marley. Yeah, man, I tell you, I'm gonna be carrying this story later. And yeah, talk about that. I am seeing a story in the coming out of Montego Bay where somebody was trying to smuggle over 100 pounds of cocaine to Canada. 108 pounds of cocaine. The person was trying to smuggle to Canada. I'll be carrying that report later in the video. Popeye, when you come into the US, Tina, we don't say when we are gonna, you know, when we do how we leave, then we talk. Right, Tina? We don't Tina, but shortly, Tina. Shortly. So let's go to the Jamaica Observer and see what other stories they have that the cleaner didn't cover. 48-hour curfew imposed in sections of Allman Town. Let's go down. Agriculture Ministry launches initiatives to address crop surplus. The main story in the lead story in the Observer today is haunted by rain. Let me click on that a bit and see what is being said. Rainfall since October 28, 2025, when Hurricane Melissa lashed Jamaica with Category 5 force, have been nothing less than harrowing for anyone on the compound of the Green Pond High School in Montego Bay, which was brought to its knees by the monster storm. While the tenacious principal, staff, and students daily trudge to the space, which is a shell of its former self, with roofless classrooms, downed perimeter fencing, and evidence of flooding everywhere. Any new downpour comes with a sense of haunting reminder. The building was really compromised, seriously compromised. You hear screams when it rains. Students are going back through the ordeal of Hurricane Melissa. So they are talking about what is happening at the Green Pond High School. And I am sure the same thing is happening many other places. They are saying that persons were saying that some drilling for oil of the shores of Jamaica soon start, but Daryl Vaz is saying no drilling not start yet. All right. Donald Trump attempts to pivot in face of Minneapolis killing backlash. And I don't know how many people have been watching what has been happening, you know. But my only take on what is happening, read that killing in Minneapolis, is that Listen me carefully. You know, sometimes you have to have some sacrificial lamb. Listen me carefully. I am not happy that the gentleman was killed, or the lady or the gentleman were killed. But you know what I'm happy about? You know what I'm happy about? None of them are blacks, or were blacks, or Hispanics. That is what I am happy about. Do you believe, or do you think, if any of these people were black? Do you believe if any of the male or the female that were killed by the ICE agents, do you believe if they were black or Hispanics? You think say that the backlash was going in America now? Think about it for a moment. I am not happy that any of them were killed. But I am happy. I am happy that they are, or they were not black people, or Hispanics, or none of them were immigrants. That is what I am happy about. Yes, I probably be, yes, Marley, well, we can guess, but I am happy that none of them, I am happy that both of them were born Americans, white people. Not trying to be racial or anything, but I have been watching the news for a while. I'm see how things go, and I am happy that none of them. Hey, Alien, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Yeah, man, I am happy. I'm happy, Marlene, that none of them were black people or Hispanics, or none of them were immigrants. That is what I am happy about. If there's anything to be happy about. You understand? That is what I am happy about. So let's go into the Jamaica Star. Yesterday I tried open the Star and them give me something. So me know me kind of me get around them, you know. There is something in the Star that don't be aggressive. Some of our students told to play it cool with US law enforcement. My fellow Jamaicans, this is not your fight. Do not go out there. Let who are demonstrate or who are protest. Please, you are immigrants. Yes, you might be citizens. You might be this, you might be that. But some fights, leave it alone. So this is an article from the Jamaica Star. As Jamaica University students prepare to travel to the US for annual summer work and travel program, recent videos circulating online showing showing ICE officers conducting public stops have heightened anxiety. Students and parents are raising questions about safety and how lawful visa holders should respond to law enforcement encounters. US authorities have said immigration enforcement efforts are focused on individuals who are unlawfully present in the United States. However, there is still uncertainty. Speaking with the Star, Mark Foster, CEO of Overseas Cultural Exchange Agency, SWAT Productions, said the concern is understandable. But he stressed that preparation and compliance remain the strongest protection for Jamaican students. So, if you are a student going up for the summer program, make sure you have your documents on you all the time. If you are stopped and you are asked questions, answer them. Like when you go to embassy. Yes, when you go to embassy and you join line and you behave yourself and you go up and you answer same way. Now, because you get the visa now, not pick up plugs. If you are in the United States, walk with your documents. If you are stopped and asked any question, nobody tell you foolishness, but you have rights and this and that. Yes, you have rights, but answer the questions you are asked. Produce the documents when you are asked. All right? Please. Bartender turns teacher, Chevrolet Wallace, takes inspirational journey from bar life to teaching experience. Once serving drinks behind a bar, 31-year-old Chevrolet Wallace now stands confidently at the front of a high school. At the front of a high school classroom as a teacher, living proof she believes that perseverance, faith, and self-belief can completely rewrite one's story. She's now teaching at the, well, Chevrolet. She left Queens High School in 2013 with 8 C-Sex subjects, including maths and English. While her academic foundation was strong, financial hardship meant she could not transition seamlessly into tertiary education. Instead, she entered the workforce, determined to create her own pathway forward. I started working with NYS and used that money to begin nursing school. After 2 years, I had to stop because of financial limitations. As tuition cost mounts and the lack of a guarantor closed off further options, Wallace made the difficult decision to travel to the United States of America in search of opportunity. That experience, however, unfolded in ways she never anticipated. Due to racial issues, I found myself involved in an assault case. I represented myself and won the case. In 2019, Chevrolet returned to Jamaica, arriving with just a bag of clothes, but with a quiet determination to rebuild her life. During the height of COVID-19, she relocated to Centon without family, housing, or certainty. Armed with only a possible job, armed with only a possible job lead her. Hold on, let me go back over this. Armed with only a possible job lead she had on Facebook, seeking bartenders. I never imagined myself working in a bar because growing up, we were taught that education was the way out. But during COVID-19, there was no jobs. I tried call centers and many other places, but nothing was available. When I saw the post offering $17,000 per week, I decided to try. From the outset, Chevrolet viewed bartending as a temporary sacrifice, not a permanent identity. Her time behind the bar exposed her to its instability as she moved between establishments in Centon and St. Elizabeth. The longest I stayed at one bar was 3 weeks, she explained. Yet, even within uncertainty, Chevrolet remained alert to opportunity. While working in St. Elizabeth, she decided to put down roots. After 4 months of careful saving, she made a bold entrepreneurial leap. I borrowed money from my sister and used what I saved to get a bar up and running. I leased a piece of land and started farming, planting watermelons and carrots. The carrots did not work out because they were stolen. But eventually, I started planting more crops like peanut and corn. Despite owning a bar and managing small-scale farming, Chevannay felt an emptiness she could not ignore. In 2021, she acted on a long-term dream to further her studies and applied to read for a teaching degree at the Bethlehem Moravian College in St. Elizabeth. Though she attempted to maintain the bar business while she studied, she admitted her heart was no longer into it. She paused operations and focused fully on classes, initially paying tuition in installments before accessing the Student Loan Bureau. The Student Loan Bureau in her third year, after the guarantee retirement requirement was renewed. Boy, my tongue I tie up. After the guarantor requirement was removed. So let me see if I am now employed at the Manchester High School. But right now, evil persons I worked for are telling me they are proud and glad I held my head up. In the bar, I wouldn't do anything to disrespect myself, she said. Congrats, Chevannay. Congrats, Chevannay. There is still hope, you know. There is always still hope. Yeah, man, ambitious Marley, babe, may I tell you. There is always hope. So, yesterday, I was trying to open Tell Me Pastor, but the star was but I think I solved the issue. So let me click. What would be the star without Tell Me Pastor? So here is this young man now. And it is pluralized, you know. Girlfriends, semi-tool is too small. Then if you're too small, what I do with girlfriends? So this writer wrote to tell me, Pastor, I am 28 and I have two girlfriends. One is 20 and the other one is 18. I have intercourse with them, but they have a major complaint. I am too small. He went on, I know I am not too small, and I have wondered how come they are complaining. I know I fit these women. Both of them were sexually active before we became friends. They don't know that I have been having sex with both of them. I don't let them know that I have been doing that. The 18-year-old was the first to tell me that I need to have a bigger size. The 20-year-old told me I have a big body, but a small tool. These girls are not stretched out, and you need, nor do they have children. You're 28, but you're immature, man. So they suit me fine. When a girl has many children, yeah, no, boss, you know what I'm going on. Let me hear what I'm saying. When a girl has many children, men say they are stretched out, not go so party. But I cannot say that about these two girls. I wonder what more these girls want. As a counselor, I would like to hear from you what a man can do to make his penis larger. I look at guys when we are changing after we have played. Yeah, look, I don't ask any questions, but some of these guys have smaller penises than me. So I am wondering if I am wondering if I have the wrong woman in my life. Lord have mercy. So let me hear what Pastor say. Let me hear what Pastor tell him. I have said this in the past, that some women believe that size matters. Others say that it is only in the mind that it is important. Those men ought to know how to use what them have. Some women believe that only black men have large penises. Some white women want to have a black man. That is why they say when you go black, you can't go back. A group of white women told me on the Dear Pastor show that a group of them came to Jamaica with one purpose, and that was to have intercourse with black men. Before leaving Canada, they pledged to each other that they would keep their purpose of coming to Jamaica as a secret. They had their boyfriends in Canada, but they wanted to spend time with black men. So they came to Jamaica, and each of them was successful in their plans. After the black men had taken good care of them in giving them what they wanted, these women went back to Canada and resumed their relationships with white guys, with the white guys. They did not truly leave their white lovers, but they wanted to get the experience of having black men. In my opinion, these girls were just bad. All the men who heard them on the show should learn that if a woman wants to be bad, she will be bad. You cannot watch women. These girls who told you that you are too small will cheat on you at any time. Be prepared for that. In the meantime, choose one woman and stay with her. If these girls have convinced you that you are too small, go check yourself out with a urologist. Lord have mercy, dear me, Pastor, never, tell me, Pastor, never disappoint. Boss man, I say I know, say him, baby mother, too miserable. Papa, I say a tailpipe them want. These girls want bamboo, echo. Bamboo them want. What you say, him workless. It can be small and him still do a good job. All right. It has to be Canadian. Where's the Mavali? Half Canadian. You tell me, hey, I know American girls who go to Jamaica for that too. Eh? I know I used to carry tours, you know. I used to do tours, you know. And only girls, and only white girls. I've carried black women who come to Jamaica for some good strapping. May I tell you that? I used to carry, because you know how the tour thing go, you know. When I used to do tour, I used to market myself a whole heap. So when me carry a set of females, me get others by recommendation. Where say Canadian are the worst. So I used to carry a lot of these females, and enough of them come to Jamaica for the big bamboo. May I tell you? No joke about that. But why may I tell you? Ah boy. There, let me try to fix up something else on my end. 1 second. Okay. That should fix it. Okay. Small men can still do a good job. Yes, Sharon. All right, I hear you. Small axe fall big trees. I am not positing any opinion on this subject. I am watching the females as them say small axe and small men can still do a good job and all these things. All right. Yes, you can know if you use the tool. American man love Jamaica woman thing too. Hey, that's true. But the truth is, when I used to do tour and I used to get private tours, like my personal bookings, mostly women, me used to get it from. Because they used to tell a friend that when you go out with Papa, you're going to be having a good time. So most of my private bookings used to come from recommendations, you know. I carry men too, I carry couples, but mostly Black American females I used to carry, you know. Go big or go home. Shanice, hold on there. Shanice, what you say, go large or go home? Yes, they come for the big bamboo. And to sit in the lion's face. And what you say? Morning, Karen. Morning, cuz, what go on? Hey, what you say, Sharon? Then me not think them would have to go to Jamaica if you sit down in a lion face. If that was the issue. It's not the size, it's how you use. Look here, I'm going to turn my morning show, you know. I'm going to turn my morning show in a white, not supposed to turn in, we are reviewing the newspaper. So please, this is a PG rated show. Please, I want school children who are going to school, listen to Papa and News Links in the morning. So no, please, not draw me out. Yeah, Marvally, too early. Too early for that. Why me go read? Tell me, Pastor, in the morning. Yeah. Why me go read? Tell me, Pastor. Eh? Let me go touch a nerve. Anyhow, let's continue with the news. Let me see. There's an article. There's an article in. All right, let me go over to the Cayman. Let me go over to Cayman. Hold on. Cayman Mall Road newspaper. You ever click on it yet? There are some articles there. They might talk about the research, the offshore. What about it happen? There's an article here in the Cayman Mall Road. Another visitor dies in water-related incident. A 64-year-old American tourist died Thursday morning following a snorkeling incident off Eden Rock on South Church Street, marking the second water-related fatality involving a visitor to the Cayman Islands this month. The Royal Cayman Islands Service responded to reports of a person in distress in the water on January 22. According to the police, the man had been snorkeling in the area when he experienced difficulties and lost consciousness. Bystanders assisted the man to shore and performed CPR until emergency medical services arrived. He was transported by ambulance to to the Anthony Eden Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. The incident comes just weeks after a 60-year-old Canadian man died following a diving incident in the waters of the West Rock dock earlier in January, according to the authorities. So, in a Cayman, I remember I carried a report last week where a visitor died. He was staying at Club Rio in Negril. But what he did was he didn't go out on the boat he went out on wasn't a Club Rio boat. It was one of these private, unregulated boats. And the man ended up drowning. There was no safety gear or anything like that. You know? What are they researching offshore? And where will they be searching? We pass the time. So tomorrow I'm gonna be I'm gonna do some research on that. Very good. You're simply the best. Sharon, big up yourself. Neville Williams, big up yourself. A little fun never hurt. No, never hurt. We are big people, you know. We are big people and we can have fun. Where is it? Pitney then go to school, Jennifer. You go on here, Jennifer. But Pitney then go to school, eh? The dread is the lion. That's why they're. Oh, so they want to go sit down in the lion field. Oh, Sharon, I hear you loud and clear. The dread is the lion. Remember one time, renter dread was the order of the day in the girl. I know only renter dread again. and only renter dread again, you know. As a matter of fact, when you go niggeril now, and you see some black men with white women, mainly tourists, most of them are Rasta. Most of them are Rasta, may I tell you. So, and one time renter dread was a thing, you know, man. Everybody, nobody guys them go and niggeril and put on them locks, because tourists are come for Rasta. No, man, gone are those days. Gone are those days. About it, yeah, what you say? Enough young youths. Enough ballad. But ensure that you join us tomorrow morning. Again, 7:15. We want to run it until 7:45. We're going 3 minutes over. Dread style, man. Yeah, I see him some early. And we are coming up with the news later on. And we are going to try to do this in the mornings as much as possible, because we understand some people, somewhere in the world, they are not able to read the newspapers or click on the link to see what is happening. So we are bringing that to you. You can lay down in your bed, whether you're at work, whether you're on the bus to work or you drive home from work. Just click on, I will read the articles to you. All right? Davian, big up yourself. Big up yourself. So catch you tomorrow morning. Right here, same time, 7:15, Jamaica time. And we are going to be dropping the news later. Like I was telling you, a guy is in custody. He's from St. Elizabeth. They held him at the airport with 108 pound of coke going to Canada. 108 pounds. A coke going to Canada, and a man was killed working on one of the lines in Chilani, plus a lot more stories. So join us tomorrow morning. But later on, catch us with the news roundup. All right? In the meantime, take care of yourself. Love, not hate. Live, love, and laugh. Blessed love, everybody.